All right. Well, that was a good game. Definitely better than the one we witnessed earlier. And I don't know if it was a sign in the universe or some external force trying to tell me, don't post the video that was there before. Because I had posted a video for St. Louis and YouTube or AirDrop, something was not working on the technological end. And I tried and tried to get it to work. And I was trying to do it after I got off a choir concert. I was literally not wearing a Wild jersey. Maybe that's it. I was literally wearing a white button shirt, still had my tie on. My suit coat was over on the bed, and I was just so fed up because I saw that game, or as much as I could while I was in a choir concert. I saw as much as I could, and that game against St. Louis was brutal to watch. But in that game, I did mention that there's still plenty of time not to panic. And it would look like I panicked through a good chunk of that video, but I kind of figured, okay, I'll go to bed. I'll see if I can work on the video tomorrow. I still work on the video today. Nothing ends up working. And so my other stuff that I have to do for the day comes up. And so I'm like, okay, well, I just can't do this. So I'm just going to leave it be, and I'm just going to see what happens. And so at that point, I'm like, all right, well, the next Wild game is here. So there goes that. But then I see the Wild being down 3-0, and I'm thinking, oh, here we go again. It's just going to be more misery, pain, and suffering. And then they score 6 unanswered goals, just like as if they got suddenly pissed off for no reason. As if Fleury slapping his stick against the post on the third one just suddenly sent shockwaves through the entire team, like, oh, wait, we can kill this team. And that's what they did. So this game starts out in the first period with the Kings scoring a shorthanded goal a minute 33 into the game. Basically, it was a Trevor Moore pass over to Rasmus Kupari when there was 55 seconds still left in a Kings penalty. So they get a shorthanded goal as their first shot of the game already, right off the bat. A little bit more time passes. Then at 8:22, Carl Grundstrom gets a backhand shot that goes through traffic and beats Fleury again. So it's already 2-0 in the first period. Then at 10:17, the Kings get a power play. Now they have the advantage. And, Adrian Kempe, the one very bright spot on the Kings in the future, gets a shot that goes right underneath Fleury's pad. And it's 3-0 halfway into the first period. It's already looking bad. And Fleury, who usually doesn't, have frustration unless he was in Chicago, shows his frustration by slamming his stick into the post. It doesn't break, but clearly he is frustrated because this is a goal he should have had back. It literally slips right under his pad. And it seems like that awoke something in the Wild because 6 minutes later, the Wild get a power play. And then, wouldn't you know it, the guy who has saved this franchise, at least in my opinion, Kirill Kaprizov, ties the franchise record for goals with his 42nd with a shot that goes off of a Kings player and into the net. So now he has 42 goals, and he will probably get the franchise record in goals as well. He already got in points, so now it's up for goals and whatever else is still needs to be claimed for the Wild franchise leader because he's pretty much going to be it. And then 50 seconds later, just like that, Kevin Fiala ends up feeding Matt Boldy, who is open in the slot, and Boldy fires a shot that goes right off the post and beats Cal Peterson into the net. And already, just like that, they were still announcing the Kaprizov goal when this happened. It was 3-2 now. It's 3-2. And it stayed that way going into the second period. But then, a minute 39 into the second period, Jared Spurgeon, the captain, says, screw it, I'm just going to do it myself. He gloves the puck, as it's rimming around the boards, gets it at the half circle, puts it down on the ice, charges in front towards the net, goes backhand, glove side, top shelf. We're tied at 3. Just like that. And if it would be fine if they weren't done there, but they weren't. No. Eventually, 8 minutes later, Matt Zuccarello just says, screw it, let's just shoot it off the face-off. Puck is won over to him. He fires it, and it goes into the net. And already, it is 4-3 Minnesota. We are rolling now. We are still rolling, and they're not even done. They're still going. 13:59, a shot from the point by Jordy Ben, who a lot of Wild fans don't really like right now because, we're still out John Merrill and Matt Dumba, but thank God we have Matt Boldy back. I'm taking a break now, but we still have more. There's still more, because like I said, that shot from the point by Jordy Ben gets tipped in front by Marcus Foligno and goes into the net. At the same time that was happening, Claude Lemieux, certified jackass, is laying on top of Joel Eriksson Ek like some lover beside the net, literally as both of them are just watching the puck go in. Ek wants to celebrate, but Lemieux is just still on top of him for no reason. No penalties called, but the puck went into the net, so I guess it doesn't matter. And then we go to the third period. It is now 5-3, Minnesota in the lead. Just like that, we were down 3-0 in this game midway through the first. Through 2 periods, we are now up 5-3, scoring 5 unanswered goals, and we still have one more. Because Jacob Middleton, who has awoken his offensive efficiency and become probably one of the great trade deadline pickups we have, steals the puck at the top of the blue line, cuts into the zone, fires it, it goes off the post, it's sitting there, there's a scrum around, Bukestad barely gets enough of it to just tap it in, and all of a sudden, it is 6-3. And right as soon as that goal goes in, Brendan Lemieux said, you know what, I'm just going to fight because why not? And he's like, hey, Duhaime, you want to go? And Duhaime's like, of course, Duhaime's like, yeah, let's go. They just throw the gloves off and they start fighting. In the middle of the goal horn going off, people are cheering, there's celebrations. It's just pandemonium in St. Paul. And Duhaime technically wins the fight, but again, fights are subjective anyway, depending on what you think counts as a win. Did he pin the guy? Did he get more punches in? Did the guy have more blood on him? In this case, I'm going to say he won because he got more punches into Lemieux, but both of them were basically hugging each other. So it doesn't really matter. And it stayed that way through the rest of the game. The final, 6-3, Minnesota returns to home ice triumphant against a team that they should definitely beat 6-3. It was a good game. Good game. Aside from the first 10 minutes of the first, good game. I'd rather be sucking in the first period and then come back triumphantly in a wave, a green wave like Tulane, just destroying everything in its path. And with that, the Wild win 6-3. We're still tied for second in the Central with St. Louis. We have 94 points. We still have a game in hand on them. We've played 71 games. St. Louis has played 72. So we're still ahead of them barely, but we need to break away. Our record now, 41-21-6, or like I said, 94 points. St. Louis still has that amount, and we still have the game-in-hand tiebreaker. The Kings, with this loss, as looking from NHL.com, the headline was, Kings blow 3-goal lead to the Wild and lose their third straight. Oh, that's tough for Kings fans because apparently they're having trouble with Vegas now because Vegas has been suddenly awoken now from Evgeny Dadonov. Great. So now Vegas is suddenly on fire and the Kings need to rally some wins. They don't get this one, so hopefully they can break even with whoever they play next. And speaking of us, and next, our next game is Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time versus EDM Music. I mean Edmonton. I'll probably play EDM music there, but still, we're playing Edmonton Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So that is it for this one. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. I will follow the Wild, and I will be a hell of a lot more positive than I was in the video that God or some other external force didn't want me to post. Because this game was fun to watch, and I didn't even watch the full part of it, which sucked. Good thing I didn't see the first 3 goals, but I didn't see the first 2 Wild goals, and I barely got the chance to see the rest of them. So I will keep focus. Keep focus. I can see the light going off my face, but you got to keep focus because this team will just suddenly shock you when you think, oh, Lord, all hell's coming. This is going to suck. This is going to be terrible. I don't want to watch this team lose. I don't want to see them lose. And then they come back and they score 6 unanswered. They score 6 unanswered against a playoff team. I know, Pacific Division, blah, blah, blah. It's still a playoff team. They're still better than half of the league. It's the upper echelon. It's the upper half of the league. The ones that actually keep fighting for a chance at Lord Stanley. If you can beat those teams, you're good. Also try and beat the teams in your division, but we got to wait until we play them again. For now, this is what we need. Keep winning against the teams we know we can win against, which should be everybody. But if we can take wins against teams we know we're better than, then we'll do it. So like I said, like, subscribe, still going to follow the Wild, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.